Welcome to Knights of Roleplay, an adventuring podcast. This is an actual play 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Royalty-free music provided by Kevin MacLeod, Plate Mail Games, and Tabletop Audio. And now, to adventure. Hello and welcome. My name is Chris Buckner. I'm the primary Dungeon Master for Knights of Roleplay and Adventuring Podcast. This session is being recorded over Zoom. Before we get into tonight's adventure, I'm going to play an audio promo from our friends at the podcast Tale of the Manticore, which is a hybrid between a dark fantasy audio drama and a solo D&D RPG. We're doing a cross-promotion with them for 3 episodes on each podcast, and this is number 3 of 3. Please enjoy the following promo.
Are you looking for a D&D podcast with a dark side? Something more like Game of Thrones and less like Monty Python? Tale of the Manticore is part dark fantasy audio drama, part solo D&D RPG. There's no plot armor here. The dice make all the important decisions. Join me as I resurrect the excitement, wonder, and emotion of old school D&D. Made for a mature audience, Tale of the Manticore is both a fiction and a game. It's the story where chaos rolls.
Now back to our adventure. As our adventure begins, it is stardate 0727.80. After the party cleared the elven forest of werewolves, Jainey bought one of Morgantha's pastries and proceeded to eat it at the Laughing Beholder Tavern, where the party was enjoying some food and drink. She appeared to fall deeply asleep after ingesting the entire pastry. The party returned to their home at the Hammered Unicorn Forge to let Jainey sleep it off. Unbeknownst to the party, Jainey was having the best dream she has ever had. She was a hobgoblin once again, and she was back in her home village with her brother Strax. The villagers that she accidentally killed with a fireball were alive and well. Strax still had his forge and was doing good business. Jainey was married to the handsome bugbear Earl, and they had 2 fuzzy little children. Jainey, as you are enjoying this most wonderful dream, you see yourself in the middle of the village with your husband Earl at your side and your children flanking the 2 of you. Strax is close by working at his forge. He looks up and sees you and waves with a warm smile on his face, or as warm as your curmudgeonly brother can look. Suddenly, his smile changes to a look of concern, then terror. He begins running in your direction. You suddenly realize that your body is glowing with an orangey red energy. The energy grows brighter and brighter as small flames begin to appear around your body. You feel energy building inside you and you realize that you can't stop it. You scream to Earl and your children to run, but they simply stare at you with blank expressions. Your body suddenly explodes in flames. You see Earl and your children incinerated in front of your eyes, followed by Strax and the rest of the village. You wake up screaming at the Hammered Unicorn Forge. The other party members are startled awake. Adventurers, what do you do?
What? You? What's all that racket in the middle of the night? Oh, geez. Oh, man. Bit of a bad trip at the end there.
How bad am I cutting?
A little bit. Irene tries to take her shoulder. What happened? Can you talk about it?
I'll sit with her for a little while. She just needs to calm down for a little bit.
This doesn't add up. The other people told us
patting
that
my body down, realizing that I'm not a hobgoblin and
Not on fire.
Not on fire. And
Dimble
got
told
the
us
idea
that
of my panic.
Dimble told us that the pastries only gave good dreams. This is strange. Jainey, I'm guessing that wasn't a good dream.
Analysis for later.
Good.
Back to bed.
Bad.
There for a while. All right.
I don't believe it was Dimble, honey. I believe it was the woman from Barovia that you talked to. The one who was a werewolf.
I thought that Dimble also said that he had the most wonderful dreams because we asked him.
I remember you talking to him. He may have told you that.
Mm-hmm.
I vaguely remember him just wanting to go to sleep and you guys not really being able to affect him in any way, but maybe he told you that before. Anyway, You had been given indications from somebody that the pastries gave really amazing, wonderful dreams.
Did we have any indication before this that Jainey was having good dreams? Like, was she talking in her sleep? Like she was
passed out.
role-playing the last adventure?
Technically, she was incapacitated. I don't really know if
Please disregard Sarah's silliness. It didn't really happen.
flavor-wise, you could always say that she was kind of cooing and making little noises. She could have been speaking. I mean, I'm not really opposed to that. I think it's fun.
I like cooing.
Whoa.
One thing of note, Sarah, you feel really exhausted, and you mechanically have not received the benefits of a long rest. It is the morning. The rest of you have received a long rest. Jainey has not received a long rest, and she has her maximum hit points are reduced by 10.
Oh,
Dear.
she doesn't have a level of exhaustion yet, though.
No, there's no level of exhaustion, but you feel very tired. You feel very fatigued. Obviously, a little shocked.
Yeah.
This is basically at the end of our long rest, like when we would be getting up in the morning anyway that this happened?
Yeah, we're just going to
Okay.
say that you've all had a long rest except for Jainey, and it's in the
Okay.
morning.
I try to give Jainey time to calm down, but Arvine would definitely try to press and see if she's willing
She's
to talk
pushing
about
you
what
off of
happened.
her.
Yeah.
She doesn't want you to touch her at all.
Okay.
She doesn't like your aggression. No.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
Well, Arvine would give Jainey space.
Says the hobgoblin who wants to attack everything.
Burn.
Oh.
No. I'd probably sit down on the bed next to her if she would let me.
I think you're the only person that she would.
But yeah.
She clings onto you and like cries in your lap. Love that. Is that good flavor?
There are some hobgoblin warriors that seem to think that taking certain herbs helps them in battle. They're wrong, of course, and usually we don't like the side effects, but we can usually sleep it off. But we need to just kind of give her a little time. She'll be fine.
Okay,
Everything's
Strax.
fine.
Wave the
fine.
others
I'm fine.
away.
Everything's fine.
I'm addressing Arvine, and I assume Matisse
And
is come
Matisse,
running
sure.
into.
And she just turns and walks away.
There.
There.
Arvine kind of backs off to the doorway, but stands there and kind of rolls her eyes.
Curmudgeonly comforting.
It's like patting her like a kid who pooped on himself. Here you go.
Oh, you had to go there, Greg.
Really?
Well, I was thinking a older kid, like a toddler, not teenager, but
Well,
you know.
I know.
If a teenager pooped themselves, I'd be laughing.
So something you're not telling us,
But
Greg?
I'm a
No.
mean person. Not really.
Yeah, I think we're gonna lay off the pies from now. I
Pies?
don't think I can help you.
Pies?
You do have a strange. Jainey has a strange desire to have more.
Oh. And we don't really know how to counteract any of that yet. Has the church
All you hear is Janie's voice in your head going, "It was terrible. Please give me more pie. I need another pie. I need to go back. I need to go back and fix it."
Well, seeing as how the pie kind of put you in this position in the first place, I'm thinking
You make no sense. I don't know why. I don't
probably
know why
you
you
just
would say that. The
want
pie was wonderful. The pie was great. I loved it when the pie was pie.
the pie caused you to cry in my arms. Come on. Yeah, yo, just
So this is
lay back
telepathically.
down.
Yeah.
Get some
I'm
more
just saying it
sleep.
I'm gonna say
in his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Arvine and
I
Matisse are
think at this point she would revert back to not wanting to like vocal.
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
probably standing there looking at Strax and Jainey just staring at each other and just kind of like.
No, I'm still like curled up in his arms.
Yeah.
Well, Strax is speaking out loud. You don't care. You're just hearing my half of the conversation.
Oh, Strax is talking out loud?
Yeah.
Oh.
He usually does. Don't you remember when we first met you?
Fair.
That was so long
You
ago.
thought he was
Half
talking to himself?
Right. So then I would kind of look at Matisse and like raise my eyebrow at Strax. And be like, there's no way she wants more pie, right?
Just go get us some breakfast.
Why
or
does she have to
something.
mention pie? I really want pie. Like, the pie was great. I need to go back and save everybody.
No.
Why,
What you
why can't I save
need?
everybody? You need to give me a pie
What
so
you
I can save
need is
everybody.
to lay down before I tie you down to the bed.
Pie?
Tie me down to the bed? What?
Tie me down to the bed? Pie?
I said tie, not pie. I don't
Pie?
tie you in the bed. No.
Like doing the Mina bird. Mine.
Mine?
Mine? Mine?
Pie?
Pie.
So I kind of look at Matisse, I guess, and look at Strax. You know, this is, again, everybody that we've spoken to has said that these pies are supposed to create good dreams. Can we tell how exhausted she looks, Chris? Like, does she look like really drawn and like pale or something like that, or?
Make a perception check.
Okay. Let's see if I roll poop or not. My passive's pretty good.
You're going to roll poop?
We'll see.
Does poop roll?
Dice made from dung.
Dunk dice. They sell like
I
hotcakes.
rolled
marketing
exactly my
opportunity.
passive, which is 15.
15?
Yep.
Okay, I mean she looks tired, but you know, it doesn't seem anything like really out of the ordinary. She just looks like, you know, somebody who woke up and maybe didn't get the best night's sleep, but it's nothing like concerning other than her obvious state right now.
Okay.
Have we heard anything from the church? Weren't they investigating something to do with the pies?
Well,
You had gone to them to ask them to check into it, and they didn't really come up with any information about it.
They didn't know much, and then the woman from Barovia had said that they created good dreams, which matches with what Demble was saying and his behavior as well. So for someone to wake up totally traumatized by it, what was wrong with that particular pie, or what is different about Jainey that happened?
I don't know,
That's a
but-
good question.
But Strax, what do you think?
I don't
we
think
should
anybody
do
ever,
besides-
as an aside, I don't think anybody ever told us what happened after they woke up from their wonderful dreams.
No.
That's true.
I mean, all we know is that it seems like there's lines of these people lining up to buy them. People are dropping off from shopping in their usual places.
And constantly
Going to Luigi's
having
Tavern.
pies in their face.
So if they're constantly stuffing their
Cut your
faces
pie hole.
with pies, it stands to reason that they're addictive
Yeah.
in some way.
You think?
I'm a dick. I'm addicted to you.
Well, and your sister just had one, but what went wrong? What's different here? You know, should we be going back
Can
to
we
speak
talk
to the
about
seller?
this later and not in front of my sister who is bawling in my face?
Okay.
Go off. Go get breakfast or something if Luigi's even open.
I'd just go up to the front room where we probably have the food, and I'd go into the other room of our.
Arvine goes into
Place
mom mode
and
and makes us
make
all
food.
breakfast.
Yes, I likes cooking. So yeah.
So some time passes.
Yes.
I mean, if you want to role play more with John and Sarah, you can. Otherwise, we can just fast forward to later. Once Janie's calm, it's totally up to you.
It's totally up to me?
Yeah.
Or is it partially up to John?
I guess it's partially up to John if he doesn't.
Are you
he doesn't feel like
expecting John
role-playing
to
with
make
you.
a decision? I mean,
I'll roll whatever, but
You're expecting either one of us to make a decision?
that's
I mean,
fair.
come on.
I'm no better at it either. So, fine, whatever.
Okay, so well in that case, time
I'm
goes
fine
by,
with
and some breakfast is made by Arvine, and Jainey collects
Matisse
herself,
is helping too.
and Strax does his best. Okay, Matisse helps with the breakfast, and Strax does his best to comfort his sister. So Sarah, Jainey, she sort of gets herself together. She's still very tired. She's very exhausted. She still wants to get more pie. It's. I would say that it is something similar to a drug addiction. I would say that the effect that you have as far as wanting to get the pie, like when you first wake up, is stronger. Like as you go through the day, the feeling, it never goes away, but it subsides a little bit. You always want the pie. You're always thinking about the pie. You want to get the pie, but it doesn't, it wouldn't interfere with your ability to like defend yourself or, use the bathroom or do anything like that.
I personally have quit smoking, so I can identify with that
Familiar
feeling.
with the feeling. Yes.
Good for you.
Okay.
Good for you. Awesome. Okay. So you all have breakfast and tell me what you would like to do.
No. As an aside,
like to go get
there
another
is
pie.
a feat called chef. If anyone wants to take it.
I saw that. My inner
Make
min-maxer
food for
can't
good
do it.
Yeah.
Well, you
I
make
almost took
tasty treats like those pies, for instance.
Actually,
Pie?
kind of, yes. You can make
Did you say pie?
little foods that make you that give you bonus hit points. Anyway,
Right.
back to character.
Okay, Arvine would kind of defer to Strax in this case as far as like what he thinks we need to do. Should we be investigating something as a result of this or not? Like, he has Jainey's history. Obviously Jainey is kind of pushing the rest of us away anyway. Arvine's worried, but she's not going to.
Where's Earl?
People's problems are their problem.
Is
They're
Earl
not
coming
mine.
in today? Is Earl coming, or did he leave me as I blew everybody up? Is Earl okay?
It's still a little early, but yeah.
Was that
he's
out
supposed to
loud
be
or
today.
telepathic?
If he's not, he's in trouble.
I'd say she'd probably gather herself enough for that to be out loud.
Should be
blown
Earl
up.
should be in about a half an hour.
Yeah.
Wait, Jainey, you said blown up?
Everything burning. It's all burning, and I need pie. Where's Earl? Where's Earl Jr. and where's
Yeah.
That's some
Sounds like it
nightmare.
was a
Feel free to
pretty-
interject.
Yeah.
No,
uh,
don't call it a nightmare.
this is
No,
fun.
no, not a nightmare. Not a nightmare. It was wonderful.
Yeah,
I really
it's okay, Jainey. Jainey. Focus.
Let's
Look at
try
me.
to take one day without pie.
Focus.
What pie?
No, focus.
What pie?
Focus. There we go. Coming back to reality. Perfect. Okay. As I was saying, it sounds to me, hey, other people's problems are their problem. I don't care if people want to go and get themselves all hawked up on these round baked confectionery.
Pies?
Oh, darn it. But
Funny.
I think at this point I need to. It's not good for Jainey to be around them, and we're not moving, which means Pie Lady's got to go.
Are you saying, Strax, that we should confront her in person?
I'm saying we should kick her off the rock.
Well, I'd say in order for us to
Why would you hurt
get
the
everyone
maker?
else
Why
back
would
to
you
normal,
hurt the maker of the pies?
For your own good.
then we should do that.
But I like the pies.
Yeah, and that's the problem. So, no.
Do you like
Good
waking up with what you woke up
That's
with?
your big brother on this
I like Earl. I want Earl. I want Earl and my kids.
one. Ugh. You keep going on about Earl. I'm going to kick him out and get somebody else.
Whoa, whoa.
I think you might want to ask Earl to politely leave. That's probably the better way to do it.
Yeah.
JD
Yes.
punches you for that.
Irving kind of
right in the
raises an
kisser.
eyebrow.
He's a little bigger than you are,
That might be
Strax.
a bit premature, Strax. So I
Punches you
kind of
right in the
I
kisser.
could take
look
him.
at Jainey and say, "Wouldn't you like to have a family and a spouse like the
I
real
have,
way?
I have a family.
The real way,
I
not
need to
with
go back
waking
and
up the way you woke
I
up."
need to go back and save my family. I had a family,
In
I'm
dreams,
afraid,
though.
Jainey, it
Do
was
I know the sleep
a
spell?
figment of your imagination.
Jainey, it was a dream.
But
It was
I
a
had
dream.
a family. It wasn't a dream. It was great. It was wonderful. And Strax was there, and we were back home, and Strax was happy.
Maybe I do know the sleep spell. I go find a
dreams-
mallet.
She's very much incapacitated.
I'm not incapacitated. you're
Dreams are
incapacitated.
fleeting. Dreams aren't living.
I'd rather live
No.
that with Earl.
Well, not gonna happen. We're kicking the pie lady off the rock.
But
All
but
right, we're all good.
I could continue to be belligerent. I could be
But
belligerent
on the
all
plus
night.
side, Earl will be in like 5 or 10 minutes, so you can see Earl in person.
Y'all have seen me drunk. You know I can be belligerent all night. Anyway,
And I can employ the
Well-
paladin punch.
Well, all right. Once everybody's finished breakfast, we're gonna go find her, and we're gonna. I don't know.
Dispatch
What do we
with
do?
her.
Nah.
Strax, not to. I mean, I agree with you in principle, but is there anything else
Well,
we
that's
want to
first.
do to research her? Because we were warned by that Barovian woman that she was feared.
What's the research? She's an
everybody
old
where
woman.
she
We just
came
kick.
from.
We just gotta get her onto the nearest ship or ship her off her mortal coil.
Well, I don't think we
Whichever
would
would
know
be more
anything
convenient.
about her, would we?
Murder hobo, John.
She's not from there,
No,
so we have
Hey,
no.
Strax is
no-
all about very direct methods to solve his problems. What can I say?
Arvine would
framework.
potentially want to bring in the authorities because with her martial background, she'd have the ability to, contact people at the guard posts and stuff like that. Like that's in her background.
Greg, what was Matisse
Features.
trying to say?
Sorry.
That we wouldn't know anything about her at all because she doesn't really exist outside of just appearing out of nowhere. So there wouldn't be any history about her.
Well, other
Not
than
on
with
this
the yeah, the question is, are there other Barovians
Out of
who would
character.
know something about her, or is she a type of being that someone here who's more resourceful might have an idea?
she's a goddess. She makes the pies.
I mean, all we know is the Barovian said she was feared.
As far,
Arvine would
as far as we
probably,
know,
rather than instant
Well,
murder hobo.
Why would anybody
as far as we know, other than
fear the
the
pie lady?
uh,
She makes pies.
the werewolves, no other Barovians even came
Jainey,
over,
you were
except for the
asleep.
big
We
guy.
could bring
Ooh.
you back to talk to the people
we can
who
ask
feared
him.
her. If
We
you
could
don't
have that
believe
rich guy
us,
come
we
through,
can
we
go
could
to the
ask him.
temple.
We can go get pies.
We can go to the
No.
temple and talk to some other people who
We-
come from the place that has
we-
the pies.
Pies. We can get pies. We can go where there's more pies.
Kind of.
Didn't we already talked to them, didn't we? Yeah, we already talked to them. One of them
Yeah,
didn't
but
know
Jainey
anything
wasn't
about-
awake for that, Strax.
I don't see what difference that would make.
So the
Okay.
people that you know are here from Barovia. You know that there's the two human werewolves that that you brought to the temple.
Right.
There was the tall, dark stranger who came through. There were people with him
Is
when
that
he came
what you talked
through, because he had a caravan with him as he came through the mists.
You'd have a caravan of pies.
The other
And
thing.
you know that the old woman is from there, and it's conceivable. I mean, you guys didn't know there were werewolves of the Elven Forest. It's conceivable that any number of other individuals, good or bad, could have possibly come into the
With
rock
him.
during the conjunction. I mean, it's just you really don't know. You know about the woman, you know about the tall dark stranger, and you know about the werewolves. It's conceivable that other people from Barovia could be on the rock, but that's all you've interacted
don't
with
know.
so far.
Without tracking them down.
Right. And we know
Waste
from
of time. Let's
something at the beginning of the last adventure, one of us had figured out that we thought that the
Let's go
tall,
see the
dark
pie
individual
lady.
was a vampire.
Yeah, someone
I
at the temple who was.
I
who was
hesitate
examining
to suggest
pie.
this, but the tall, dark individual, probable vampire, had said that he was in our debt. I wonder if he would have any degree of control over this woman and her problematic pies.
Pies?
why call in a debt just for something like that? Seriously, old
Because
woman,
it's
go over there,
ruining
kick her off.
everything
Problem
and
solved. Let's go.
everyone. Strax, you're not seeing the big picture.
Yeah, I'm with Strats. Let's go see the pie lady.
One is
Janie's like collecting all of her fine jewels to like hawk. Pies.
affecting our business.
Strax,
and
are you really
everything.
gonna let your
taking the
sister buy
jewels
more
from her and
jewels?
putting them back.
Right.
They're only one gold piece a piece.
Oh, then I can get a lot of pies with the gems that I've bought.
So what's the plan? Was it the stranger or was it the old lady?
Old lady, kick her off.
Old lady.
Matisse, are you on board with that, or do you prefer the more cautious approach? Arvine's really not big keen on the idea of just attacking a pie seller to attack her, even though she agrees that something
think
needs to stop
that
her.
maybe we should try to talk to her.
Even though she
first.
turned your friend into a junkie.
Oh, Arvine, she's not impressed with her, but she also doesn't think taking you back anywhere near her is a good idea.
So Matisse had suggested speaking with her.
Which we've never talked
Yeah.
to her, so maybe we can glean
We
some
can try.
information.
I don't think that talk is going to go well. Just
Does anybody
knowing
have hold person?
some people in our party
got
might
rope.
go from talk to smash
I mean,
in a
I
hurry.
have hold person, so just letting you know.
Well, are you willing to help us, forcefully get her to explain what's going on with these, even if you like the pies, Jainey?
No, I like the pies too much. I wouldn't hurt the pie lady. She's my goddess. But I'll cast hold person on you and go around and get pies.
Stop attacking the pie lady. Okay, so are you going to speak with her? Is that the plan?
Strax, are we really taking your sister when she's in this state? Because if your goal is to do something about the pie lady, I don't think she's going to cooperate.
You could
Well,
leave me with Earl.
we can leave her behind and leave you behind to keep an eye on her. And I'll go talk to the pie lady.
I'll go talk to the pie lady.
Pie? Did you say pie?
Maybe, what if we leave her with Earl?
That would work.
I'm not sure Strax would like that.
No.
Right about this time, Earl comes in the door.
Earl, you got the day off. Go home.
Okay, boss, whatever you say.
No, Jainey runs after him and like grabs him and like won't let him go.
Hey, sweetheart, how you doing?
Earl, I'm so glad you're here. I was so worried that I hurt you. I was thinking I knew you were on fire.
Whoa, slow it down there, sweetheart. What do you mean hurt me?
I hurt you. We were home and we were with the kids and we were with Strax and Strax was happy.
Kids? Whoa, hold on now. What do you mean, kids?
By the way, Earl,
We ain't got no kids.
when did you turn into a Texan?
He's always been a Texan.
He's always
John.
been a Texan.
He's always had a Western accent. Yeah.
I've missed that.
Every time he sees me.
I don't know how you missed that, John.
No, I missed that.
Oh,
I guess I just
passive
never really heard
perception.
Unlike you, he does the southern accent on purpose.
Oh boy.
Want some ointment
boy.
for that burn?
No.
Earl says,
Jenny, come up.
did you have a nightmare?
I had a
Yeah, she did. Come on, Jenny.
Oh,
I'm gonna hold
I
Jenny.
see.
Try to hold her. All right.
Do I really
She's
have the
still
day off?
clutching onto him like
Yeah.
as tight as she can.
Yeah. Come on, Jenny. Oh, and Earl, don't eat the pies or you're fired. All right, let's go.
All right, boss, you got it.
Yep.
Okay, so you pull Jainey away from Earl, and despite you telling him to take the day off, he stays at the shop. So you go over to the lesser market, and it's still early, but there's like a huge line of people there waiting for the woman to open up, essentially. And so you basically she has like a big canvas tent behind her little makeshift sort of cart, and she's not there at the moment, and there's a big line of people there. So what do you want to do?
I'm
I
gonna
was just
start
gonna
trying
walk
to
right-
bribe people with the coins in my pocket to buy me pies.
to buy you
No,
pies.
I haul her along before she has the chance. I'm just gonna walk right up to the front.
Okay, the two of you are kind of struggling back and forth. You're kind of making a scene, but it's not anything unusual on the rocks, so people don't really pay much attention to the two of you. So are you guys basically just kind of waiting around for the line to open?
I say we
Strax-
smash up the cart.
No, that's going to incite everybody who's waiting in line. Strax, I'm wondering if we might be better
We should sneak
to.
around out back and see if we can get pies.
I think we'd be better to catch the lady before she shows up to start her day and talk
I don't know
to
if
her.
Chris is laughing at my banter or my facial expression.
Before there's a huge amount of people
Yes.
that want to attack us for trying to do something to her.
What, you want to disperse the crowd? I think I might have something that can disperse the crowd.
Oh. Are you going to get us in trouble with the law,
Well, yeah.
too? Because that would just be icing on the cake today.
Oh, when has ever that been a problem
We
for
should
us?
totally disperse the crowd so we can get all the pies.
Oh, I'll do that if it comes to it. But
I'm gonna
anyway,
cast greater ability on myself and run after the pies.
I don't.
Wait, what?
Never mind.
Don't make me cast fairy fire on you.
Kidding. Sort of.
But no, I agree with you, Arvine. Let's go around and see if we can find this lady.
Okay, so you
yeah.
go over to the tent.
That's it. Yep, go over to the tent. Try to get around behind there and see if we can find the lady.
Okay, so you're going behind the tent.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so you go behind the tent, and there doesn't appear to be any sort of an opening. You saw like a flap on the other side, sort of facing the cart, but there's no opening on the back side here.
Well, I got a knife. I say we make it open. Yep.
You're trying to cut the canvas tent open.
Janie's gonna help him because she really wants to get in there for pies.
Apparently, Arvine is not stopping me. So okay.
Okay,
I mean,
so you take out a knife and you stick it into the canvas and start
Slice
cutting.
it.
Sticks it right in and starts hacking away.
Sharp. Oh, you think
Okay,
I can't make a knife sharp enough to cut canvas?
You basically you pretty much get through like the entire section right in front of you, and you hear the old woman outside there saying, "Who is that? Who is? What are you doing?"
I want pies.
No, get out of here, Jainey.
just say,
But
ma'am,
pies.
there's something we need to talk to you about. Can you come out here for a minute?
Yeah, we need to talk to you about pies.
I'm making the pies.
No, go away,
Can
Jainey.
I help make the pies?
Strax, what do you? If there's an opening, do
She's
you
not
have
coming
any
out.
ability?
She's not coming out. I'm going in.
Okay, so Strax bursts into the tent through this opening that he
boy.
made, and
I guess you have to follow.
and basically, you see the woman has this sort of setup in there where it seems like the entire space is dedicated to the production of the pastries. There doesn't really seem to be any sort of sleeping quarters. There's no bed. There aren't things that you would expect to see here if somebody was living in this space. So it seems like it's just dedicated to the production of the pies.
Do we see her raw ingredients that go in the pies?
I'm sorry,
like,
Greg. Say that
Do we
again.
see the ingredients that go in the pies? Like what she makes them with?
There are some barrels and some boxes and things that you think probably have the ingredients. She basically has a very large amount of pies there, and
Already
it looks like she was getting ready to basically bring them out and put them on the cart.
Arvine, keep Jainey away from the pies. All right.
But she
I'm gonna start
but-
struggling to get
We're
away.
gonna look at the Matisse. We might need
I'm
to
gonna
help
lady.
with
destroy
this.
them.
get out of my tent! Get out of my tent right now!
No. All right, lady. No. See,
I
But we need
laser sword
pies.
them to
I
death.
didn't care if you all wanted to just sell pies around others people, but no, you went and got my sister addicted, and I take that personal. You're leaving.
I'm not the one you should worry about. The Dark Lord is the one that you should worry about.
I heard the Dark Lord isn't here baking pies. You are. You're more my problem than whoever that guy is. Yeah, whoever this Dark Lord is, whatever. I ain't got time for your kooky religion.
You don't know who the Dark Lord Strahd is?
Do I?
Irving
look like
kind
I
of puts
care?
a hand on
No.
Strax's shoulder and says, "Why don't you tell us? This conjunction is new to us."
He came across in the conjunction. He's built himself a manor in, I believe you call it Low City, near the border of Middle City, I think is what they call it. In proximity to some bunch of like cultist worshippers called Holy Keep of Bane.
Holy, yeah.
He's an ancient and powerful vampire. He was trapped in Barovia until the conjunction came. He is manipulative. He's manipulative. He is controlling. I can't say that word apparently.
Yeah.
Manipulative.
He is controlling. He is darkness. He is evil. He will corrupt this land and all of its people. He is the one you should worry about, not me and my pastries.
Will he take the
All right, sounds like a real go-getter.
But why
However, like I said,
Why are people getting addicted to your pastries, though? That sounds like more than just a normal good pie.
They're really good. They taste great.
Yeah.
They are. They're wonderful.
See,
You're
she
my
knows.
Goddess. You're my goddess. You make the pies.
Can you-
Yeah, see,
Tell
that's
me how to
not
make the
normal.
pies. Hey,
Time for you to go.
Why would your pies cause someone to have nightmares?
they weren't nightmares.
I don't know. They taste
wonderful.
really good. Want to try one? She holds a pie out
No,
towards you.
thank you.
I'll take it.
She pushes her hand away. She slaps Janie's hand away.
Ah,
These are immaterial details, RV.
Jeannie's pulling
She
against me,
leaves,
trying to
our
eat the
problem is
pie.
solved. Yeah, no.
I told you I smashed them all.
Do not make me gag
There's
you.
no pies because I destroyed them all.
So you take out your laser sword, Greg, and start smashing the pies.
Yes.
Thank you, Matisse. That sounds like a good idea.
She waves her hands and does an incantation, and these magical missiles come flying out and hit you.
Oh no!
Oh
And then we're gonna
no!
roll initiative.
Oh no!
Bunch of murder hobos.
Go for it,
Oh my
Matisse.
God.
I on the floor trying to eat the scraps of pies.
Oh no.
Oh, crap.
This
Janie,
I'm
your brother's in
distracted by trying to
danger.
keep
Arvine
Jane
like
away.
smacks her on the shoulder.
Pies!
Greg, Matisse takes
Wow.
12 points of force damage from magic missiles.
Ooh.
That's okay. I can take it.
Like,
You
take
can.
They fly right up your butt.
Whoa.
Oh,
That's shielded.
Ow.
It doesn't.
Oh wow.
It
That's
doesn't
fun.
go
Went
up
there.
there. There's
Went there
the armor is 20 class.
in the private area,
Yes.
especially.
Yes, especially. It's plus 10,000 to
It's plus 10,000 to the poop shoot.
yeah.
All right, Arvine, initiative.
25.
Okay.
Critical success on initiative.
And Jainey.
8. She's too distracted by the pies.
That's appropriate.
And Matisse.
Let me roll it. Oop. Roll off the keyboard. 15.
15. And Strax.
He's too distracted by Janie, who's distracted by the pies. 5.
Oh no.
Oh,
Why do we always
no.
roll crap for our initiative, John? I don't understand.
It's your brother and sister, that's why.
Winning.
Okay,
Like,
so
we're either crap together or we're awesome together. Like,
so the initiative order is Arvine, our SMR fighter, then the woman, then Matisse, David Paladin, Jainey, Kalash, our sorceress, and Strex, Hobgoblin Artificer, and I assume you have SDO1 and GH88 with you.
If they fit in the tent, yeah.
They're probably standing just outside the tent, but I mean, they're there. Okay. So we start at the top with Arvine.
Okay. Seeing the magic missiles hit Matisse, it's game on. The laser swords come out. She says, "You shouldn't have attacked my friend." Just
Yeah, leave the
closes in
pies.
on her. All right, so magical laser sword attack number 1. Ugh, that's not nice. Definitely not nice. AC 15 to hit.
15. Okay, for an old woman, she moves pretty good. She moves out of the way. She swings a laser sword at
Okay.
her. Miss.
All right, whips right back with the same laser sword. Ugh, slightly better though. AC 17 to hit.
17. She tries to dodge again, but you manage to clip her on the hip.
Okay, so that will be for 11.
I just had that
magical-
replaced.
11 magical force damage. Arvine says, "You need to take your prize and go," and then she's gonna whip around with the offhand sword.
No,
I'm sorry,
don't take the
Kate.
prize.
How much damage was it, Kate?
That was 11
11.
magical force
11.
damage. Alright, so an
Okay.
offhand attack. Ugh, really? That was gonna be really good. That's a miss for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
For
So,
sure.
Alright, that's it for Arvine.
Right. She jumps back out of the way of that third swing.
Yeah.
And then it goes to her.
Oh boy.
So let's see. So Arvine is right in her face. So she's going to cast Magic Missile again. Going for the person that actually she's Greg, is Matisse still going at the pies at the moment?
Well, she just got hit by stuff, so I would imagine.
So okay, so her attention is on. Okay. So in that case, let's see. She
I
will.
remember crawling across the floor trying to eat pies.
She will spread them out, and she'll do one on Strax, one on Matisse, and one on Jainey. All of the people that appear to be living, as opposed to the construct. So Strax gets 5 damage. Jainey gets 2. He gets 5. That was max on 2 of them. That's pretty good. Okay. And then claw attack on Arvine.
Alright.
Let's see, I need some more dice here. Dice.
Dice, baby.
First attack with claw. Critical.
Oh,
no.
man.
Oh no.
Got a claw attack.
Oh no.
Don't forget, if you have to do a save,
2 of the dice were minimum though. 2 of the dice were ones.
Wait, who is she attacking?
Arvine?
Arvine.
Arvine.
So it's 21 slashing damage.
ouch.
Ooh. Ouch, though. It's almost a quarter of my hit points.
And claw attack number 2.
Oh, jeez.
AC 17.
Miss.
Okay. Magic missile, claw.
Yeah.
And then
What kind of was that? Just normal slashing damage, by the way?
Yeah. What
Okay.
did you think it was? Something else?
Because I just wanted to check because if it had like a flavor like necrotic or something like that, then
No.
that would come into class abilities. So
Nope.
yeah, okay.
Just
Or
regular
race
slashing.
abilities. Okay. All right.
So again, she screams out, "Leave the pies alone!" And then it is Matisse, Diva Paladin.
So obviously, I'm very mad, so I'm going to hit her. Try to, I
With your
should
best
say.
shot.
More laser swords being swung at her.
Hit her with
All
your
right,
best
so
shot.
that is
Domestic.
going to be 26 to hit,
That definitely.
Ouch.
and that's going to be for 16.
Wham.
Got it. Hit her on the arm, and she cries out, "Ah!"
And attack number 2.
Number 2.
That is going to be a critical.
Whoa.
Ooh, yeah. Go Paladin. Go Paladin. Are you into your level 3 spells yet?
No. I just have 2. Level
Okay.
2.
That's still
So,
awesome, though.
And I'm going to put a smite on that, definitely.
Nice.
If you
Good
like it, then you
stuff.
gotta put a smite in it.
So is that how many? That's 2?
So you should be, if you already rolled a d8, Greg, you should be rolling 7 more d8s.
Okay.
Unless she's undead, in which case you'd do more, but I don't think she's undead.
No additional for undead. No.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 2. And let's see. I made the smart idea of separating out my dice, so now I have to find them.
Not sure that's better.
No, it's not.
Backfire.
Well, it's because some of them
Fail.
I don't use them, so like the
Sacked
D6s, I don't use D6s, so
There's a sacked out baby in the living room. Hungry.
Little
She's
Fall asleep
baby.
on Grammy. Yeah.
She fell asleep on Grammy. Super cute.
okay, so that is 1.
Greg's like, we should go talk to her. Strax is like, I tag her.
3, 4.
Hey, I'm not the one who started
No,
this.
I know,
fight,
I know.
So
Oh,
this one doesn't. Can't put this one on me.
But he
Matisse
didn't attack
went
her.
after
He attacked the pies.
Yeah.
Matisse went after the
Matisse attacked the
pies.
pies.
He
yeah.
attacked the pies.
That backfired terribly.
Well, Strax said something about separating her from her mortal coil.
Well, not to her face yet.
All right, so
Irene would have tried to defuse it right up until the point that she attacked Matisse. And
okay,
then that was
so
it.
let's see. So that's-
Technically, Matisse attacked first.
I didn't attack her in person.
Actually.
And I.
And
Hey,
This is a
Strax
hot
is
shot
Be
for
fair.
us.
is in your ball. Is in your court here, Matisse.
I should have Jainey make a saving throw
35.
to avoid helping the woman.
Greg is mathing all the maths.
Well, I'm not going to do that though. All right, Greg is mathing up his critical.
46.
Fight it.
46.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
You strike her in
Ow.
the chest and she cries out 46. Okay.
Most of that being radiant, which is awesome.
Good hit.
Everything is awesome.
And she's still up.
She is. She's not even.
This
Alrighty
ain't no
then.
ordinary old lady. I've killed old ladies before. They don't go down long.
Okay.
Well, with hobgoblins, you can't really tell if they're old ladies or men, you know.
It's a binary flavor.
All right. So that was the second
You know.
attack, Greg.
Hobgoblin
Yes.
raiding parties and all.
That is it for me.
So Jainey, Clash Star Sorceress.
I mean, if you want to make me make a saving throw, I wouldn't be opposed. I'd understand. So,
Let's make this fight interesting.
I mean, you're seeing her attack your brother and your friends, though, so that's a tough one.
And she
It-
attacked you.
It is. I mean,
Yeah.
seeing the pies get attacked would certainly get us a reaction out of Jainey, but
Getting a
seeing that that her brother and her friends are in danger, she would definitely be conflicted. Why don't you?
but you also got a magic missile up the butt too.
She did hit you with a magic missile. So Sarah, I mean, you
Yeah.
make wisdom saving throws with advantage, right?
I do.
Okay.
And plus
So-
my +2.
So go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw with your normal advantage. You would have gotten advantage because she hit you with a missile, but you already get advantage. So go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw with advantage
And I get +2 because of Matisse.
because of Greg. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Matisse. Yeah.
Potentially more because of Strax.
Oh, I rolled a 4 and a 5.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
So that's an 8 plus 2 is 10.
All right, hang on.
I won't say anything about whether you succeed or fail
Okay.
because people have shenanigans.
People have shenanigans.
Can you use your shenanigans on yourself, Jainey?
Probably, but I'm gonna let Strax
If you want to.
shenanigate
That's
first.
fair.
That she would have to have a mind to do so.
To think that I would.
Yeah. It's probably not in flavor. I get it.
I will go ahead, and use Flash of Genius. How would he put it in this case? Remember who you gotta live with after.
You wouldn't
Strax is-
pick like guys before pies or something.
That would be awesome. I'm not that
And there's the
creative.
soundbite.
Wow, I would have said something entirely different. So good thing it wasn't
Greg,
up
you
to
need to
me.
share
Rolls
these
before
good
rolls,
things.
Pies or thighs or whatever.
So what's the bonus, Strax?
It's another +5 to that.
So that makes it 15.
Okay.
That's
Are there
not
any
bad.
additional shenanigans?
That's all the shenanigans that.
No, I'm asking
that's-
Sarah.
No,
Jack says.
no, I don't think it would be right for her to bend luck when she's not sure if she needs to.
Okay.
So
So
If you just tell me if I like pass or fail, I can.
You pass.
Okay, so you guys see Jainey fighting Pies, friends, and she sees that you guys are hurting. And goes, my friends, and then
I could go full house on Morgantha.
No, and then.
Then all of a sudden you see her hands come together in a familiar shape and fire comes shooting from her hands and tries to light up the whole tent.
Oh, okay. So this is a
Mostly the little
dexterity.
old lady.
Dexterity.
Are you trying to light up the old lady, or are you trying to cook more pies? I don't know.
Well, that would be a
Both.
little bit
Probably incidentally burn some
Both?
pies.
overbaked pies.
Insta-baked pies.
Easy baked pies.
And she had advantage on that saving throw. She rolled a 1 and a 2.
Nice.
I guess she and I are in the same boat, so to say.
So she tries to avoid the fire, but she gets hit with a large concentration of the burning hands.
11, 14, 15. So that's going to be 15 fire damage.
Ooh,
Fire.
light her up.
She's on fire!
She'd be like the Wicked Witch in Alice in Wonderland. Not Alice in
So you
Wonderland.
hit her with the fire. Some of the pies definitely catch on fire. The tent catches on fire.
Oh
The
no.
tent is now burning.
Because it does ignite any flammable objects in the area.
Oh no. That's a lot of pies to ignite.
Is that your turn, Jainey?
Oh, hold on. I didn't wild surge, so yes, that's my turn.
All right. Strax, Hobgoblin, Artificer, and Constructs.
Oh. Master of the Piverse.
Anybody bloody?
Nope.
No.
Bye.
Okay.
Only the pies.
Arvine took some good damage, but
Yeah, Irvine lost a lot of hit points, but she's okay for now.
Well,
She's very tanky, luckily.
Pies are bloody. Fix the pies. Pies, friends.
Janie's like, pies, friends, pie. Oh, the pies smell really good. They're cooking. They smell really good.
Smells like first warmed and then charred pie.
The charcoal briquettes.
You see Jainey just inhaling in ecstasy.
Yeah, it smells great. Everything's on fire. You're inside this tent that's on fire, but it smells great.
And all the spices are cooking, and all the meat.
people.
Spice.
Is it
With
pumpkin
strawberries.
spice?
And Strax presses the button on his
Bomb,
mechanic, on his
grenade,
Get down, it's a bomb.
his,
dynamite,
shooty thingy crossbow.
and crossbow.
The crossbow glows with a bit of a white light, and he shoots.
And scores.
But we'll find out.
Finally.
Hand crossbow, magical bolt.
AC 23
That hits.
hits
Bolt
4.
sinks into her leg.
He shot me.
That's
he
right.
shot me right in the leg.
Branding smite was another.
You can see her cloak is kind of pinned to her leg now with this crossbow bolt.
Okay. For 6 piercing and 5 radiant damage, so 11 damage.
So 11.
Okay. Nothing fancy for the radiant. Okay, good to know. And then he takes another shot, and then he just shoots another one regular
Okay.
for AC more for another 11 straight up magical.
Another
piercing.
11.
Okay, I rolled minimal damage on the first one, maximum damage on the second one.
Okay. She takes another bolt. That one hits her in the shoulder. Anything else?
Droids are on dodge because I used my bonus action, so
Okay.
I'm good.
All right. Back up to the top of the round with Arvine, our SMR fighter.
Okay. So same thing as before.
Okay, so where was Jainey? Okay. All right, so by the end of this round, people are going to start taking fire damage. So basically the tent is burning up so much, everything inside is burning up so much that by the end of this round, when you guys start the next round, people are going to start to take fire damage for being in the tent.
Okay.
But you can go normal right now.
Okay. All right. She's gonna wail on her and scream. She hits really hard for an old lady. It's gonna hit for AC. Let's see, 18.
AC 18 connects.
AC 18, and that would be for 14 magical force.
Okay, so with that hit, that bloodies her.
Okay. She's gonna keep at it. Swing again with the same sword.
She's at less than half
Critical.
the maximum hit points.
Yes.
Critical.
Critical. Oh no, bloodied and then critical done. That's not good.
Get that
Thanks for
damage.
explaining that, DM. I didn't know.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't know if you
All
guys knew
right.
that.
Maximum damage on the
That's
second
right. Yeah,
guy.
I forgot what
Woohoo.
bloody was.
Word.
All right. So
You said it was
that's
what,
gonna
half
be
their
for-
maximum?
Bloody hell.
Less than half max hit points. Yeah.
Less than max.
Bloody hell.
So that'll be for let's see, 18
18.
magical force damage.
Did you get to re-roll your ones and twos?
Oh, I didn't
Or
take
did
that
you-
feat, John. I just
didn't take
maxed
that.
out Dex. Yeah, worth it. All right.
Okay.
So
Good hit. Crashes down on a shoulder blade.
So an offhand attack.
When do I get into those 3 attacks?
Oop. Excuse me. Ugh.
Well, she's fighting 2 weapons, Greg. You're fighting sword and shield. If you were fighting with 2 weapons right now, you'd have 3 attacks.
Yeah, but
Are you
your
the
AC
sword
would
or
be
the shield?
lower. So that's going to hit for AC. Let's see here. 21. And that's going to hit for, let's see here. 9 force
Nine.
damage.
9 force damage. Okay.
Yeah. And then seeing that she thinks she can press her advantage now, she's going to action surge.
Surge.
Action surge.
Action surge.
Action Sarge.
Right.
See, I'm making my name a verb.
So then back with the magical laser sword again. 2 more attacks.
She's Matissing.
It's going to hit for AC 19
19 will connect.
for 8 magical force damage. And then
Got it.
final attack.
Hit her on the other leg.
Gonna hit
Bam.
for AC 18.
That connects.
It's gonna hit for, let's see here again, max damage 14 magical force damage.
14, you said?
Yep. I'm gonna take a quick look at something.
Wham, wham, wham. She sort of stumbles back
Hang on, I'm gonna take a
from this,
look at.
from this flurry of blows. Although not the monk class feature.
That was fun playing a monk.
Yeah, monks are
can't do
awesome.
Disengage.
Maybe that'll be my next character.
Cool.
And then seeing that the tent is starting to go up in flames, she's gonna risk the opportunity attack to break away from her and to try to dash outside the tent.
Okay.
Coward.
She
Take
will,
the hate.
she will take the opportunity attack. Natural 1.
That will miss.
She's stumbling around, slipping on pies. There's fire all around her.
So,
Seeing her life go up in smoke.
oh.
Yes. I like it.
Alright, so yeah, that's me.
Okay. So then it is her turn. She looks around. She sees everything is on fire, and the pies are all being ruined. And she incants and she casts this spell. And there is like this portal that kind of opens up from behind her. This sort of like swirling purplish energy kind of expands from behind her. And then the portal kind of moves forward from behind her, goes across her body, and she disappears into it. And then the portal sort of shrinks down into its center and then disappears.
Coward.
Oh man.
She's even more of a coward than you are, Arvin.
She had more stuff she could do, but she was getting so low on hit points. So I was like, pretty sure that she would just beat feet.
Peace out, home fry.
I don't disagree with the decision.
So the tent is on fire. So I assume you get out of the tent.
Get out of the tent.
I'm gonna try to
And
save
get
the
out of the
pies.
air.
Drag Jainey out.
I drag Jainey out. Get out of the area before we attract attention.
Arvine would
Okay,
dash in
so-
to help drag Jainey out. Yeah.
So as you're exiting the tent, you see some people in the crowd. Someone points over and says, "What did you do to the pie lady? They did something to the pie lady. They set the pie out. They set the tent on fire. Look at them." And you see this crowd of people start to move towards you.
Oh shit!
Do they look aggressive?
They do look aggressive.
Okay.
Good job, Strax.
I walk up to them, and I reach into my pouch, and I pull out this cylindrical device that I just made this. You're gonna like this. Put it to my lips, and blow. Everybody within.
Everybody within 30 feet that you choose.
You reach into your sack, pull out a cylindrical item, and start to blow. I mean, come on.
Well, at least it's making music and not anything
So
else.
you walk up to this guy and you blow him? What?
From the
Soundbite.
Oh, boy.
an eerie sound that really harsh to the ears emanates from it, and everybody within 30 feet of me must make a wisdom saving throw.
That
Okay.
includes us, then, doesn't it?
What is the DC?
That's what I'm trying to go look up here.
I
Is
thought
the
it
pipes
was
of haunting?
of your
It is indeed
choosing,
the Pipes
though.
of Haunting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you can choose
And yes,
people.
I can choose. I'm getting to
Yeah.
that. You guys are
Okay.
so pushy. Jeez. Let's see.
She can play everybody's character better than anybody.
And she will try.
yeah.
She will try.
Looks really hot
yeah.
doing it. Yeah. So
DC 15.
DC 15. Okay. Let's see. Just gonna grab a bunch of dice here.
And if they fail, they are frightened of me.
Here's hoping the mooks don't have high stat blocks.
I was thinking that the pie effects, wouldn't it wear off now that the whatever she was is gone?
You're
I
assuming
think
she's
it was
gone,
part
gone,
of her.
Greg.
I think it was just the pie.
Okay. So, okay, and then okay. So there's about a dozen of them. And essentially half of them are afraid because of the pipes of haunting. You see like half of them are sort of looking around and they start to kind of get scared and they back off, and like the people that don't seem affected by it are sort of like hitting them on the shoulder, being like, come on, we got to get them. They're burning up. I mean, that old lady's supposed to be dying in there. So, but like, I mean, half of them, they're just like, no, I don't want to go. But you still have basically half a dozen random Brawlians who are coming in your direction. They're walking aggressively toward you.
Run away.
What's the range on the pipestone?
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay. All right. So basically, these 6 Brawlians. I mean, you said you walked up to them, right? I mean, within 30 feet anyway.
Within
So
30 feet, yeah.
yeah. So they are approaching you. They are about to close that distance. What are you all doing?
I don't suppose I'm going to attempt intimidation to just get them to back off. I mean, they're just
I
people.
mean, if you want to pick one guy, if you want to pick the guy who seems to be egging them on, the leader guy, you can try to intimidate that one one guy.
Irving kind of walks up behind Strax and says, "Do we want to try to get ingredients out of that tent before it goes up entirely, or should we just be getting out of here?"
I think we're a little bit late for that.
Yeah.
During the time you've been talking, the tent is pretty well
It's
burned up.
gone. The barrels are they're gone.
Are you
It's
gonna try
just
to
a giant
intimidate them for
fire
real?
right now.
Okay.
What's that, Sarah?
What was that?
Yeah, are you really gonna try to intimidate them?
I'd rather intimidate. I'd rather intimidate customers away from me than kill them because dead people don't buy anything.
Well, I was thinking about like casting my green fog to make them. If they don't succeed, well, I mean, that's probably not a good idea because they could
probably kill
do much
them.
damage.
Yes, they're probably not something here with that damage.
But if they,
Oh, no.
but they
kills
would
them all.
also suffer exhaustion and maybe give up. So
Going full murder hobo.
Yeah.
We've gone 3/4 murder hobo already. We should hold it
I
there.
cast Dimension
No.
Door, and we go.
It was entirely justified. It was not murder hobo. But yeah, I'm
So you try to
basically
intimidate
going to
the guy
walk
in
up to
front?
the guy who seems to be egging everybody on and just get all hobgoblin-y in his face.
Okay.
And,
So go ahead and make an intimidation check.
An intimidation check. I'm gonna get a minus. Ooh. Okay. I rolled a 20 on the die, -1 for my intimidation, so it's still a 19.
-1.
Yeah, my charisma sucks.
Really? I would never guess.
Yeah.
You could even save face it if you really want to go for broke. But
If I really want to, but honestly, I think 19's enough.
yeah,
Okay. So tell me what you say.
I don't really.
Come on, John. Role play it.
Oh crap! You're gonna really push this one on me.
put him
Yeah,
on the
exactly.
spot.
Do it.
Oh.
Lean into your discomfort, John.
John.
Lean into your discomfort.
Do it. Fight the urge to flee.
I mean, here I am wearing basically all armored up with all kinds of weapons, with a bunch of guys behind, with a bunch of armored up people behind me, and I'm just kind of leading. It's like, do you really think you have what it takes?
Okay.
Keep it simple.
Eat pies.
Sure. All right. So he sort of tries to stand his ground a little bit, and he sort of, looks you up and down, kind of looks over your shoulder at the other people in the party, and he goes, "You're lucky. I still have a couple of pies left." And then he kind of turns around, and the rest of the people that were there behind him, they sort of stand there for a little while, and they start like saying some curse words and things at you, and then they all kind of back down with the mob mentality that the leader guy sort of backed down. So it's like, all right, I guess maybe we shouldn't. And they kind of back away, and the tent just kind of burns. It does smell really nice still, but the tent burns. And you can hear the rest of the people who are in front of the tent basically like shouting and yelling about the pies and what's going to happen with the pies, and they want more pies, and you can hear them kind of having a little meltdown.
I'm going to follow the guy that said he has pies back at home.
I'm gonna grab her by this back of the shirt. All right, time to go.
Oh no.
Do you allow Strax to detain you, Jainey?
Sure, I trust my brother.
Okay. So no opposed rules. All right. That's fine.
Drama.
I mean, I could be a little pain in the ass brat, but I will not.
Okay. So you basically try to get away from the tent. And where do you go right now?
Sneakily, indirectly,
Back to the forge.
back to the forge or back to the ship, or like what do we do just in case someone's following us? Maybe back to the Laughing Beholder.
Well, there's certainly
Let's
no...
stay somewhere public. Laughing Beholder.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like through a lot of detours, like alleyways, twists and turns, try to lose anybody who's following us.
Although, given the nature of the, excuse me, this is out of character. Given the nature of the relative lawlessness of the lower city, I don't think we have too much to worry about.
There isn't anybody following you. I mean, most of the people that were in front of the tent and they're all very upset about the pies. They're a little preoccupied.
Go to
Watching
the
the
Laughing
fires
Beholder
so-
for now,
so
sure.
bonfire.
Okay, so you walk in the Laughing Beholder, and Luigi's like, "Hey, how y'all doing?"
Hey,
Making
Just
trouble.
created a huge easy bake oven.
Come on over to the bar.
my throat's as dry as if it just been in an oven. Give me
Yeah.
something to drink.
All right,
I'll take one too.
get you a beer. How was that? How was that pastry there, Jainey?
They ruined my pie.
Yeah, the pastries really didn't agree with her.
No.
Yeah,
It seemed to agree with everyone else.
she had a good dream, but then it looks like she had a bad one. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Janie's just gonna walk over to the bar and
Good
sit
trip
down.
with a bad crash at the end.
Boom, right on the bar.
Head desk. Gugunk.
Head bar. Boom. Yeah.
Luigi's
Just
like,
over it. Just
we
needs a couple
have
of days.
pastries too there, Jainey. Do you want one of our pastries?
Did you say pastries?
He has one of the staff gives you another pastry. It's not the same pie though. It's
Okay.
totally different kind of pie.
She'll still eat it.
Consolation pastry.
We haven't exactly had. Well, we did have breakfast. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
A good one at that.
Okay. So
Didn't have enough meat.
you hang out at the Laughing Beholder. You have some more food if you want it. Maybe just a little drink or something. You did just have breakfast, but so kind of hang out.
I'm going. I will, of course, be keeping an ear out and conversing with Luigi if about any sort of news that might come in.
About pies?
About listening on the rumors that people might be saying around us.
Okay. Why don't you? There used to be a skill called like gather information, which was so useful, and then they made it streetwise, I think, later. Anyway, so go ahead and do perception for hearing.
Perception.
Perceptify.
Got an 8, but you know what? Why not? Sure. But I remind myself of just how good I really am. and give
Oh
myself
boy.
a 5 to the roll, so 13.
13. Okay. So that beats an easy DC, but not a moderate DC. So with an easy DC, you hear some people talking about the conjunction. It's still sort of like a topical conversation because it was something that even for the Rock Brawl was very, very unusual, very uncommon. You do hear somebody talk about the manor that was constructed in Middle City, which the woman in the tent had mentioned was where apparently the Dark Lord Strahd, I put that in quotes, the Dark Lord Strahd apparently has set up his home. I mean, nobody knows anything about Strahd or the building, but it was being built over many months. So you hear a little bit about that. You hear about the werewolves, and they say that somebody went in and basically cleaned up the werewolves. They don't know who it was. You hear that there might be another arena fight coming up, but that is basically about all you hear with DC 13 perception.
Fair enough. All right. So, but no word about the big fire yet, as far as I can tell. It's kinda-
I mean, some people trickle in if you stay let's say if you stay there for like an hour, people start trickling in and they start being like, oh, did you see the fire over in the Lesser Market? And you basically hear about what happened that you were the cause of.
Right, but I don't hear any that. What I'm mostly concerned about is whether or not I hear if people have an
No, it's
idea
us.
of who is responsible.
No,
Yeah.
no, you don't get a sense that is the case.
Okay,
The
that's
junkies
all.
probably
That was my
don't know
primary
us
concern,
from a hole in the wall.
which is unfortunate.
Do we get the sense that people are returning back to their normal lives, or are they still kind of messed up?
Well, there are people in the Laughing Beholder Tavern,
Which there weren't before.
with you right now. No. There's. I'm just saying there's people that are in there who are eating pies. When you were on your way over here, you saw people eating the pies. So I mean, this just happened like an hour ago, and on your way over here, people were still eating pies. People are still eating pies in the tavern. It's not. It doesn't seem like it just the addiction magically went away.
Jeez, this lady was mass producing these bitches.
Hey,
She's been doing it for a while.
I got a silver bangle here. Soup. It's really worth a lot of money. I'll trade it for pie.
Do you approach somebody in the bar in the tavern, Jainey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Arvine elbows Strax and eyeballs towards Jainey.
I don't think she'll get very far.
Make a persuasion check, Jainey.
Oh dear.
Do you all know how high my persuasion is?
That's good.
Charisma caster. Just saying.
I've already made my call. I can't say. So.
That
No take
would be... That's a 15.
15.
I didn't roll very well, but you know.
Okay, 15 on persuasion. I'm
holding up a silver bangle, which is I bought a silver bangle worth 25 gold.
Or 25 gold. Okay.
It's a nice one.
So knowing how important the pie is to you, you get a sense that it's just as important to this individual, and he stops and thinks about it for a minute, but you don't think that the price is high enough for him to give up the pie.
Yeah, see, told you.
What? She starts like searching her pockets. for
Jainey,
things.
stop trying to give away your life savings. Come on.
I'll sell you this forge.
It's got waterfront
You heard of
property.
the Hammered Unicorn Forge?
I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a pie.
Pastries today. Okay, Wimpy. All right, so what are you guys doing now?
All right, so we finished our drinks with Luigi.
So
Yep.
we burned the tent.
Gathered some information while you were there.
Turned to Strax and the others and say, besides the fact that a bunch of people have pies, like, she disappeared. I don't think we've stopped the pies.
No, but I don't like that she that she ran away.
We're gonna have to figure out where she's actually living out of.
Well, near as I can tell, we've only got one lead who might
Need to go
point us
to
in a
a
direction.
castle in a town.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, that or we'd have to wait till she pops up again and maybe take the more subtle approach and see if we could follow
I don't think
her
Subtle.
home at some point.
I think it was pretty subtle
think subtle
destroying
is
her
our strong point.
pies, but
But you know,
her pies were they needed to
2
go.
out of 4 of you are not subtle, and the third is a giant blue lady.
Yeah, so
Subtlety is not our strong point.
no. Sneaking is
mean-
definitely not happening. So
I just say the pies are going to come back. So yeah, I mean, what are you saying,
Well,
Strax? You think we
well,
need to go to the
Miss-
manor and call in our favor?
I think we're kind of stuck at this point. So, yeah, unless it's either that or we wait for her to turn up again, because if she really seems pretty desperate to sell her pies, so she's going to turn up again.
I don't think,
But
Strax,
I'm
that is a fight
thinking-
that we can win, because she's going to just keep popping up and leaving and coming, and so
Yeah, I hate it when they just keep coming.
They sure don't.
Wow. Oh, things are going to change so much when we're in person.
Which is why I think we need to try to track her down at home, wherever she's popping off to, or
Right.
popped off to, or whatever. We probably need to track her down there.
Find the pie
Otherwise,
lady?
she'll just keep turning back up.
And obviously, since she disappeared, she's some kind of magical being of some kind.
Oh,
I'm magical.
Well,
she hit you with that
like
same spell that Jainey uses.
I said, she was a better fighter than most old ladies, so
Yeah, she hit
There's
pretty
definitely
hard.
something weird about her.
Something. No, I've seen now what the Barovian woman was saying about her being feared. Because yeah, she's not just a mere old lady.
but we managed to chase her off, which means we're even more feared.
Yeah. I feel like
Your
we
face is
were
feared.
potentially close to.
Damn straight.
I don't know if we'd be so lucky though to do enough damage to take her down on a future encounter. So
Well,
you think
I'm
that
really
outside
tired.
of going to see this Strahd, well, the best thing I can do, let's see, she does most of her work here in Lowtown, so
yeah.
Low City.
Low City, whatever. Town, city, village. We could, it seems fairly reasonable to assume that she probably lives down here somewhere. I mean, we could try to canvass the city.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think, Matisse?
I think probably that's going to be the best answer is to talk to Strahd and see what we can glean from him about how to stop her.
At the very least, a man like him would have resources that he could tap to track her down.
Does it worry you at all what the woman told us about Strahd?
What about her cookie religion? No.
I think it's more worrying that she has the ability to turn the whole entire populace against itself, especially with the fact that everyone is hooked on her
Yeah.
pies. So
I mean, she warned us about Strahd potentially being a corruptor. We had already found that he was probably a vampire at the temple, so I just say we need to approach
well, we're
that
not
with
going there,
caution. Okay. Yeah.
no, we're just going to talk. No one's going to take up arms on him, so...
I hope not. I look side eyes at Strax.
Only if he throws down first.
All right. Do we want to go right now, or do we want to take a rest and see if Jainey feels any better with a new day?
Jainey's really tired.
What time is it?
Like 1.
Yeah, I mean it's probably around lunchtime.
I don't know most time.
We'll say it's noon.
No, we can probably get some things done at the forge and make some lunches and then see where the day takes us.
Just had this
Yeah.
vision of us like standing around the table making our little brown bag lunches and like
Yeah, let's wait till tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to think if there's any other research we could do on the
Need
old
to fix
lady
that.
now that we've seen more of her capabilities.
I don't think so, considering like nobody here knows anything really about Barovia, but
Yeah, I mean she's from another
plane.
Yeah.
plane of existence.
The
Essentially.
library, which I did research there.
Yeah, I
that's
just don't know if the
probably-
library would have anything about old ladies who hit as hard as she hit. There's probably quite a few things that could
I
be.
think that's
so.
kind of a stretch, even.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Really vague. I don't even think a Google search would turn up anything for that.
fair.
Let me
I'm gonna
ask. Hey,
try that
Google.
right now. I'm going to
Right.
search
Old ladies that hit harder
hit.
than they should.
And I'll tell you what I get on this search.
And she used magic, and she disappeared the way that she did. That's a different
Don't
kind
click
of.
on anything that
yeah.
says lemon party.
I mean, that portal spell didn't look like anything you would use, right, Jainey? The thing she used to escape.
I have a portal.
Does it look like that when you use it?
Hold on, I gotta look at the sorcerer spell list.
I mean, we're both sorcerers.
doesn't
so
give
it's
me a
possible.
person.
Dimension door.
Yeah.
So that search did not work on the Googs.
Doesn't say anything about the color of it in the spell itself, but
Yeah.
Okay, so Jainey, you will eventually have access to that spell.
okay.
So you think that
Something that I might be able to do someday.
yes, yeah. I mean,
When I'm a grown boy. No.
you definitely don't know the spell yet. You know it's
Okay.
you know it's a very powerful spell.
Well, her magic was very familiar to me, but I don't know exactly what she used.
Well, if she had some ability to cast spells similar to yours, then I guess that might explain why she was able to take a beating.
She was casting magic
Licking and
missiles
keep
like
on
Jainey.
ticking.
Concerning. Yeah. I guess let's take a rest and go speak to the gentleman in the manor tomorrow.
So you're gonna take a long rest and then go talk to Strahd.
I'll send him a letter.
Okay.
Let him know we'll be coming by.
Snail mail.
It's only polite.
Or in the
It's
case of a
business.
vampire, pale mail.
Ah.
Are you joking, John? Or is Drax trying to send him a letter?
No, I'd send him a letter. I'd send him a letter that's it's for going there to
We
talk
would
business. It's not.
request,
It's
you
rude to
know-
just show up unannounced.
We request an audience with his lordship.
Okay.
kind of
So,
thing.
so how do you deliver the letter?
Courier.
Oh, clank, 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 clank.
Okay. All right. So you send the message off, and you go through the rest of your day, and you are taking a long rest. And Jainey, you are sleeping, and
Okay.
you are dreaming, and
Oh God.
so you see yourself at the forge, and you see the rest of the party there, and you see Earl working behind the counter. You see GH88 hanging out in the corner of the room as he often does when he has nothing to do, and STO1 is usually behind the counter somewhere. And you see people coming and going and doing business with Strax, and then you have somewhat of a similar experience to the dream that you had the night before, when it turned into when it turned into a nightmare, where you're in the room and you start to feel this energy boiling up inside of you, and everyone in your party and Earl look at you with concern in their eyes, and you know it's about to happen. So you like run outside the forge, or you try to run outside the forge, and then you get to the doorway and there seems to be some kind of like this invisible barrier there, and you try very hard to push through as the flames are starting to build around you and the energy is building, and you're screaming and you're frustrated and you want to get away and you can't. And then this explosion happens, and you're still in the dream, but you're afraid to look behind you. And it takes you what feels like an eternity to slowly begin to turn. And you see that there are large burned holes in the walls of the forge. And you turn around and you see like everything inside the forge is scorched, and there are pieces blown away, and there's a big section of the roof that is blown off. And you see what basically look like a person's body was incinerated and blasted up against the wall. It's like this ash that is just in these places where your friends were. And it appears that once again you have exploded in a wild surge, and you've incinerated people that you were close to and that you care about. And then you wake up in the morning screaming, very similar to what you just did the day before. So you all wake up with her screaming.
Yep.
You're gonna make me scream.
No, you don't have, you can role play as much or as little as you want.
Just getting into the moment.
Sighs.
No. Okay.
Again.
Eh.
Oh.
All right. Well, I go head on into Janie's room. Sit down. There. No.
Awkward Strax consulting.
So this time Jainey recoils back from you and like curls up in the corner, and she don't. I'm dangerous. I'm dangerous. I can't control it. I can't control it. I don't know what to do. Help me. I don't know what to do. I need a pie.
All right, I'll go build a fire.
I need a pie.
So, Sarah, you've lost another 10 hit points from your maximum hit points.
Oof.
God.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
Well, if you keep losing hit points, you might pass out or.
No, Greg.
Yeah,
If your max hit points goes to 0, so you don't pass out.
I'm trying to look on the bright side of things.
So the question I would have is is Jainey starting to look noticeably different at this point?
I would just say that at this point, she looks noticeably fatigued. I mean, she seems, yesterday she seemed like she was kind of tired. Now today, she's noticeably fatigued.
Okay.
Start getting the bags under her eyes.
Yeah, she's getting the bags under the eyes.
Strax, and
Her
you're like,
energy is very low.
Strax, I almost feel like we should take her to the temple. I mean, I know we need to see the Lord at the Manor today too, but this is worrisome. 2 nights in a row.
Drop her off there while we go to each tribe. All right.
Well,
Which I can call in a favor.
yep. So
All right.
temple first, then.
Come on, Jainey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go have the
Which I
churches look
think
at you.
that leaves me
whatever they are.
with
So
one.
you go to this?
Witch doctor.
Oh,
Well, then you're gonna need to walk.
For the
Come
listeners,
on.
I'm flailing around my office.
Right.
Did I put that information?
I'm putting up a fight
Yeah.
this time.
you want to try to
That's what
grapple her,
And I'm
John?
kind of getting tired of you putting up a fight.
Jainey,
That's what they all say.
Yeah, knock her
we've
out.
already encountered what you said had happened before. We survived it the last time you did it in real life. These are nightmares.
Cinders. My dreams, they turn to cinders. It's all cinders. It's all fire. It's all death. It surrounds me. It follows me. I need another pie. I need the pie. I need the pie to escape the death. I need to escape the death.
Hang on.
Sure. John is postulating.
I could
This
keep
is
rambling
going
while
to
you
be
postulate if you like.
A little weird, so I'm gonna.
Sorry.
John,
It's using a battle spell for more of a role play thing. So I don't. It's up to you to try. I guess to try to figure out how this plays out.
Tell me what your idea is.
The spell is heroism.
Okay.
Among other things, the spell. Let's see, the creature becomes immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points. How that would play out in a roleplay sense is kind
Immune
of
to being frightened.
fuzzy on.
Well, as Matt Mercer would say, you could certainly try.
I can certainly try. Well, that is.
Love you, Critical Role.
Right?
Arvine, do you remember how many favors I used from the church?
I think Arvine was the only one that had used them.
Okay, so
One of you had one favor, and the other one
I had 3.
you had 3.
Yeah.
And I had 2 originally. We used one for my lycanthropy, and then my final one, and I think one of Matisse's.
Yes, so
Okay,
Matisse's
so I
2
have
left.
2.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds about right. Okay, so John, do you want to attempt this?
Yeah. So I will attempt this. So even though she's fighting me, I shouldn't be too much difficult for me to at least, like grab a hand that she's flailing or something like that. And I'm going to cast heroism.
Okay.
Concentration spell, just to see if it will help calm her down.
Okay.
She seems really frightened.
Okay. All right. So, as Jainey is flailing her arms out in front, you manage to grab a hold of one just long enough to cast the spell, and this magical energy runs down your arm, Jainey, and kind of gets lost inside of your core, and it does calm you down, and you're able to sort of deal with the fact that they are nightmares. You still feel the desire to eat the pie, but but you understand that it was a nightmare, and that you don't really need to be afraid of that.
Okay. So as I feel that soothing of my energy, I kind of collapse into my brother's arms.
Okay. It unfortunately only lasts for a minute, and though you gain 5 temporary hit points for it, it gives us a moment to at least try to
get you moving.
Get her to the
It's kind of like taking a Xanax. Like it it gives you what you need, so it's not going to wear off once the spell ends.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
it recenters you.
Yes, correct. Yep.
Someone really needs to teach Jainey to meditate.
I think you do eventually get some racial features or something that go with that.
Okay. So does Jainey resist going to the temple at this point?
She's collapsed, so she's pretty much potty in your hands now, Strax.
So yeah, we gotta carry her.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
I'm strong. I can carry her.
So
You can carry the party, Matisse.
you make your way back over to the temple, and you speak with the priest, and what is it? And you basically explain the situation as to what has been happening to Jainey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and I know they said before that there really wasn't much they could do about the pies, but maybe we're hoping maybe there's something they could do about the effects.
Right.
Correct. And they basically say the same thing, but they think that there is something they can do for the effect. And Greg, you have 2 favors left?
Yes.
Okay. So you trade in one of your favors, and the Temple of Mayheen, one of the priests, uses Greater Restoration, and your hit point maximum returns to normal. Jainey.
Hey!
And Jainey suddenly looks much
Way less gaunt.
Yeah, the actually, I'm not sure.
The dark circles under her eyes fade.
I actually want to read Greater Restoration. I know it gets rid of the hit point thing, but Greater Restoration, where are you? There you go. Okay, so it does get rid of the effect of the hit points. You still don't have the benefits of a long rest, but you do gain all of your hit points back.
So would I stay at where my low point of the hit points was?
Yes, you can now be healed up to your maximum, whereas before you could not be healed up to your maximum.
Right, but where I was down at 56, even if I gained the max back, would I stay at 56?
Correct.
Okay, just
Yes.
making sure.
Yep.
Great. So I lay on hands. Jainey.
So there is a physical change in Jainey because of the fact that her hit point maximum has now gone back to normal. She's still very tired because she hasn't had a good night's sleep in 2 nights, but the hit points are basically reset. And Matisse is going to use lay on hands.
Yes.
Okay.
So
How much do you have available?
I have 40 now with my new level.
Okay. And how much are you down, Jainey?
20.
20? Okay, great. Do you want to use 20?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
The meta thing that sucks more is that Jainey is not regaining her spells.
Yeah, that's true.
But I didn't really use many in the last fight, honestly.
Okay. So Matisse calls in the power of Mayheen. And
I think we got a long rest before we went after the pies again.
Yes.
So...
Right, but
After fighting the werewolves
But
before you
didn't
bought
get
the pie.
long- you didn't get the
we
benefit
had a
of it.
long rest before I ate the pie.
I'm not sure.
before you originally ate the pie,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
After the werewolf fight is what
So
she's
I don't
talking
think I'm
about.
out of the spell slots that I had during the... I mean, we can double check that on the recording if you want. But when I opened my character sheet today, I had a long rest. So...
well, I mean, you had the fight with the werewolves, and then you had to fight the werewolves, and then you went and got the pie,
At the very
and then
least,
you
we
went
had-
home. So since the fight with the werewolves, you haven't got those spell slots back yet. because I think what happened was at the end of the last adventure, we talked about we're going to bring Jainey back and sleep it off, and I said, yeah, we'll deal with that next time. And so I think you just marked yourself as a long rest. And then we started today, and I'm like, okay, so by the way, you don't get a long rest.
Uh-oh.
Okay, well, I don't know. Okay, I'll have to listen to the recording to undo that. I'm sorry.
No. There was no indication in the recording that you hadn't had a long rest yet. I only told you that at the beginning of this
what
adventure.
I mean is I don't remember what spell slots I used in that fight.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I don't. We'll see if it's relevant. We'll see if it's relevant or not.
Okay.
I know she used Fireball. I know
No, she used the Sickening Radiance. So that might have been the only spell because it was
true.
concentration.
Sickening Radiance,
I don't remember.
Magic Missile, Sickening Radiance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Magic Missile, pretty much the rest of it. And
Okay, so
a couple of Burning Hands.
the priests are very impressed with your use of your divine energy there, Matisse. And they sort of, say blessings upon you. They're not casting any spells, but they give blessings upon you because you are a practitioner of Mayheen, as well as you are. I mean, do you have her holy symbol on you?
Yeah, like
Probably.
a necklace. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's in my armor that Strax made.
Yeah.
yeah. So and plus you've worked with them because that's how you got the favor. So they're very happy to see this display of Mayheen's power in addition to their own. And so they send you on your way. Is there anything else that you want to do? You want to go see Strahd? Is that the next idea?
I think we're off to see
The wizard.
the vampire.
The vampire.
Off to see that doesn't work in the song.
No,
No.
The meter's off. Oh, well.
We're off to see the vampire, the wonderful vampire Barovia.
Right.
No.
You're trying too hard, Greg.
Good try.
Wonderful vampire of Strahd.
I don't have the musical depth of Sarah, like by any stretch.
It's true.
So,
Neither does Sarah, so don't worry about it. Wait, what?
So you head over to the manor, and it is indeed in Middle City, and it is sort of near the border. The border between Middle City and High City is kind of hard to define, but the majority of people think it's basically along this one path that cuts through the buildings, and this manor house. It's very built in the, I guess for lack of a better word, Gothic style, and it has a big iron rock gate out in the front. I mean, it's not like a giant castle because there's not enough real estate on the rock.
Right.
But this was previously kind of a big open area between buildings, and now the whole thing has been filled up with this very tall. It is very tall. It has a lot of levels, but it's not very wide or deep. But it is a very tall manor house, and it has a lot of stonework in it, which is strange because there isn't really a lot of stonework as far as construction goes on the rock. A lot of it is built from the material of the rock or wood, sometimes steel, but that's not as common. This is a stone structure with intricate carvings, gargoyles over the gates and so forth. And you walk up to the gate, and there's at first you don't see anybody there. It just, it's quiet. You can hear the city all around you, but other than that, there's no noise coming from the other side of the gate. You don't see anybody there. And then somebody steps out from the right side of the gate. And it's strange because there was like a stone pillar on that side, and there's a stone pillar on the other side. And in between those two stone pillars is the gate. And then there's like a fence that continues away from it on both sides. And the stone pillar that the parts of the gate are attached to is probably just wide enough for a person. But the fact that you didn't see this person at all from any angle is kind of strange. They just seem to kind of walk out from behind it, even though you could swear that you would have been able to see them. And this person is female, maybe about 5'6", very thin, pale skin, very gaunt. The eyes look somewhat lifeless. Sort of like this very suspicious scowl on the look of the person. And the person walks up to the gate and then slowly, with like these clawed hands, grabs the lock and unlocks it, and then sort of shuffles back a little bit and pulls the gate open and sort of motions toward the front door with just this like just this weird hissing noise. Doesn't say anything, but basically allows you to go inside toward the front door.
Oh. I was
Right
gonna say,
then.
is she in Slytherin
I
house?
don't know.
Fun. Vivian kind of like shivers, cringes away, but walks through.
She's wearing like Misfits t-shirts and chains. And, okay. So you approach the front of the house, and there are some stone steps. There's like 3 of them. It's not very tall. And as you step on the very first stair, the front door, which seems to be these 2 thick wooden doors, just kind of slowly creaks open, allowing you entrance.
This guy's got style. All right.
So you walk inside, and it's very dark. You don't actually really see any windows anywhere on this first floor. You're not even sure if you saw them on some of the upper floors. It was mostly just stone. And you walk inside, and it's very dark. And these torches light around this foyer. You know, there is a large staircase. There's like maybe like 30 feet of red carpet in front of you that then goes up a flight of stairs. And the stairs sort of go up and then curve to the left and the right, and then go around sort of up above over your heads to another level.
Like a balcony. Yeah.
Yeah, balcony up there, and all these torches light up all on their own. And there's a big chandelier hanging over the area that you're in right now. And it's just like this metal sort of structure. It doesn't actually even have any sort of candles on it or anything, or any lanterns. It's just this like wrought iron, weird hanging chandelier kind of a thing. And you see at the top of the stairs, you see a door open up, and you see the figure of the tall, dark, and handsome, pale-faced individual that you met, who you now know as Strahd. He steps out onto the landing at the top of the stairs.
Does the inside appear bigger than we would think it would be for... No.
I checked the room for traps. Oh, wait, no, this isn't a dungeon. No.
So he comes out of the door, and then he starts to come down the stairs. But his movement is very smooth. It's very, very smooth. And you realize as he starts to come down the stairs and he gets closer and closer that he's not actually walking. He seems to be floating like maybe like 3 inches off of the stairs.
Now that's not something I've seen before.
And he's very composed. You know, his head is up, his chin is kind of up, and his head is kind of back. And he's kind of taking you all in, and he slowly comes down the stairs, sort of floating just a few inches above them. And it's slower than a person would take to walk. He seems to be going even slower. It's almost painfully slow. And it just slowly comes floating down the stairs. And then when he gets to the bottom of the stairs, his feet gently land on the floor. And he speaks and he says, "Yes, what can I do for you today?"
Yeah.
You see, he has the letter in his lapel pocket. So he did get the letter. He just asks, "What can he do for you?"
Lord Strahd, thank you for agreeing to see us on such a short notice. I hope it won't take up too much of your time. A bit of a trifling matter has come up in the city, having to deal with the pie maker that I think you might have heard us mention once before. To make a long story short, she's kind of disappeared and we need to find her. But when we last spoke to her, she said that she had a particular fondness for you. So I figured maybe you or somebody who is likely as well connected as you are, despite your short time in our city, probably have an inkling of where we might find her.
I personally, however, would wish that she would stay gone and never return.
Well, that's what we're here to take care of.
All right, he says, this woman expressed fondness for me. He kind of has a little smirk. He's asking you a question, like, huh?
Might be a bit of an understatement. She almost seemed to hold you in some form of reverence.
He thinks about it for a minute. Well, I suppose that is possible, although unlikely.
I think Strax was
She may have been putting on an act for us, but
And what is your problem with this woman?
mostly having to do with her pies. My
pies.
poor sister here has
Yes.
run afoul of one
Where are
of
the
them,
pies?
and I think that I wish, and for the most part, I wish to take the cost for that pie out of her hide.
See. Have you confronted this woman?
Once, she wasn't very happy. She left.
That was after her pies were on fire.
Yeah, the pies being on fire didn't help.
Yeah.
Sad.
But she
The rest
seemed
of her
to...
tent being on fire didn't help either.
She teleported
lovely
away,
pies.
so I have a feeling she's not done with the pies. You're kind of wrecking havoc with the people here in general, too, not just our friend.
I see. And you wish to put a stop to her.
Absolutely.
Well, they do. I just want to know if she can do anything for my sister. Or if not,
The
iron price, as it were.
the effect of the pies will wear off after maybe a week or so,
Well, that's good to know.
assuming that she can't get to any of the pies. Which, if you burn the pies, then that is good, but I believe that she will reappear in the city.
And that is the
That's a
primary
problem.
concern. But it's good to know the pies are going to wear off in about a week, so I only have to kill her for about a week. That's good to know.
She employs magic, as I believe you know.
First hand, yes.
She can change the shape of her body.
Mm.
She can take on other forms. You may have difficulty finding her here on the rock.
I can see how that would pose a difficulty, yes.
Although,
Sure.
look for more of the pies being sold. It will certainly be her.
And you, Lord
The
Strahd,
pies.
do you
the woman.
not have a way of vanishing this witch from this land?
She is, quite frankly, no threat to me.
No,
Well-
but she could potentially be to whomever you might interact with. That's a consideration, isn't it?
Not so much for me.
Well, you've been very much. You've been a big help to us, Lord Strahd, and we won't take any more of your undoubtedly very busy time. So,
I
again.
enjoyed the visit.
and we appreciate the hospitality.
Please come back again.
I may take you up on that. All right, and I turn to leave.
Okay. He just kind of waits and stares at all of you. He does seem to, let's see, we have Kalashtar, Diva, and Asimar. Okay. He does seem to sort of linger on Arvine. His gaze seems to linger on her.
He likes
Oh,
you,
no,
Hervine.
no.
Damn it!
You were lingered in the other campaign.
Nobody lingered on me.
I've always been I've always been curious about whether Jainey even understands like that she's Kalashtar, what that is.
She does
Yeah.
she does know. There was one point when I think I had Sarah roll some kind of an ability check for her, and I mentioned the fact that her spirit had encountered something in the past, which is how she had the knowledge that she gained from the
That's right.
check. So
Okay.
yes, Jainey does understand that.
Interesting. Medicate wonders if that's what's driving the nightmares. That's cool.
Okay, so as you exit, the doors slowly close behind you, and Strahd is just seemingly standing there staring at Arvine, and the doors slowly close, and the weird, creepy attendant goes and locks the gate behind you, and then walks back behind like that stone pillar, and then you have you can't see that person anymore. No matter what angle you look from, that person's
Wow.
gone.
Well, Strax assumes it's some sort of invisibility since he can cast invisibility. So it's like, weird, but okay.
Okay.
That makes sense for a gate guard.
So you have a little more information now. What would you like to do with this information?
Life and Beholder and formulate a plan.
Go back to the forge and formulate a plan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Laugh and Beholder if anybody wants a drink. I don't know.
You just came from there.
I'm so
Great place to be.
tired, Strat.
Well, it was yesterday we were at the Laughing
Yeah,
Beholder.
it's not going to last
Oh,
forever.
that's true. You're right.
Yeah.
It's going to be a sucky week for you, but you'll get over it.
Yeah.
Just stay away from those pies.
Guys?
No pies.
No pies. Don't make me lock you up in the forge for a week.
Will Earl be there?
Maybe could arrange.
Don't make me lock you up in the back of the forge.
With Earl?
No.
They'll be making those babies.
She glomps them. Oh boy.
Okay, so let's just. What do we know so far? Well, we know that we've kind of put a stop to the
For now.
pie distribution for the short term, but they'll be back. Like the implication I got from Strahd is that it's likely going to be another place in the city, just as well. Like we can keep an ear out for when they reappear. As for locating the old woman, the pie maker herself, that is essentially beyond our current abilities if she's some sort of shape changer.
Well, if we encounter the pie seller again, Matisse has something she used that broke the shape change on the werewolves before. I don't know if it would work, given she seems like a powerful magic user.
Well, whatever that spell does, it seemed to have, I don't know, broken the shape change or revealed their true form or something like that. I don't know. Could be useful.
Yeah.
Good to know. But I hate to say that we're just going to have to wait for the pies to reappear, but, well, actually, maybe we should try following our nose.
Because
We
only
know what the smell of burning pies smells like now. If she's going to be making them, she's we're probably gonna smell it.
Well, we can go
Somewhere.
roving every day and see if we notice something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Strahd seemed to indicate that, she will return in some other form. She will be back. And based on the fact that he said that the effect of the pies wears off in about a week. Actually, no, I mean, you wouldn't necessarily assume that she would be back during that week. I mean, she can come back at any time, really, and it would just have the same effect all over again. But maybe, I mean, who knows? Maybe she will come back within that week because she doesn't want to lose the addiction. I mean, who knows?
That's kind of what I was just thinking.
We did hurt her badly too, so I do wonder how brazen she would be, knowing that there's a group of people who could damage her the way that we did.
Very badly burned.
Yeah.
Very badly burned. Okay.
And if the question, of course, then is, what do we do once we find her? Because if we just kind of
Ask her
go
for
in
more
there,
pies?
No. If we just go in there, swords
Guns
out
blazing.
again, she's just gonna run away again, and we'll
I'm
be right back
inclined
where we
to-
started.
To think that we might do well to try to hide out and follow her home at the end of one of her work days. Maybe we'd figure out something about,
If she doesn't just teleport, that'd be worth a try. Or
Yeah.
have somebody follow her if we don't think we can.
yeah. I mean, if
Report
she's
back
just
to
going
us.
around with the cart again, maybe we could figure out something by following the cart.
Well, we did burn down her tent, which was probably set up. Question: was the tent that she had look more like a semi-permanent installation, or something that was like set up and then taken down on a regular basis?
Well, it was there long enough that even just casually as you were going through the lesser market or walking by the lesser market, it seemed like it was a permanent structure. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously it could be torn down at any time, but it just stayed up the whole time.
It was meant to stay in place.
Yes. And you never saw the old woman at any point. You never saw her anywhere other than at that cart, which was right outside the tent. You never saw her anywhere else in the city at any time.
Yeah.
She was always there.
Well, I'm thinking one of two things. We originally saw her with the cart, and then we saw her in the tent. So she's either going to set up another tent, or she's going to start over with her cart roving around until she can get a permanent,
Right.
get her stuff rebuilt. Either way, we can either look for a cart or a new tent or a tent being built. So we've got a few things to look for to try to locate her.
Yeah, and we could always check in with the Laughing Beholder every day or a few times a day, because Luigi seems to have a pretty good ear to the ground as far as gossip. He might hear something before we do.
He has no ears. He's a beholder. He has a lot of eyes.
Oh, he can keep an eye on things.
Hey!
Oh no!
This is my
Wow.
flag.
Ba-dum-bum.
That was spectacular. What are you talking about?
Okay, so essentially you're going to wait for evidence that she has returned.
Well, we're going to go actively look for it.
Well, yeah, you're going to
Yes.
actively look for evidence of her, for her return.
Yeah, smells of the pies, her cart, if we happen to find it,
Mm-hmm.
a new tent being erected.
Okay.
Stop smirking. Or if we, because like I said, if she's a shape changer, we probably won't recognize her. So
Right.
yeah, just the signs.
Okay.
What she
All
would
right.
be.
Sounds
behind.
good. So with all that in mind, we're going to end for this episode, for this adventure, and we will pick up there next time. So
Okay.
that was cool. That was fun. I
That was a
didn't.
good session.
I didn't know if you guys would go talk to Stroud or not. I was kind of hoping that you would, but I didn't. I didn't know if you would or not. I was like, I hope they go talk to him.
Yeah.
I thought you guys might actually go talk to him before you went to go talk to her, but Stroud
was
like,
trying to do
let's just
that.
go get him.
Before we became belligerent and
Says the guy who started smashing pies with a laser sword.
well, harsh times
Apparently he was
deserved
really
harsh
upset about what was
action.
going on with Jainey.
Yes.
I don't know. I
Sorry.
thought you played that really well.
Yeah, you did a good job. I mean, it was fun. Everybody did a great job. It was cool. So let's say goodnight to the listeners.
We should thank them for downloading so much.
Yeah, thank you for
thank
downloading.
you for 3,000
Thank you for
Thank you,
downloads.
everyone. Thank you.
We're
We
still
appreciate
waving up the
it.
camera. Good night.
If you enjoyed this podcast, please leave us a review anywhere this podcast can be found. Our social media links, plus additional content, can be found on our website at knightsofroleplay.com. Please tell your friends about Knights of Roleplay, an adventuring podcast, and spread the word through social media. Your help and support are greatly appreciated.